Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Basic English Conversations. This video is also applicable for someone who's giving their IELTS examination. And today's topic is about home. So before going forward, I want to discuss what is the difference between the word home and house. So when you just want to refer to a building, you will say house. Okay, and when you're talking with respect to you're living with people, you're living with a lot of care and love, then you call it a home. This is famous saying, right? A house is made of brick and stone, but a home is made of love alone. So when someone wants to ask you तुम्हारा घर कहाँ है, they could ask where's your house, because they're asking according to the building. Later when they say, oh, who all are there at home, so usually they say who all are there at home. They don't say who all are there at your house. So let's go to the first question. Where is your home? So my home is in the, you can say according to the area where you live, if it is the downtown, suburban or countryside. I have already taught you the different areas in my previous video. So if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. Okay. So my home is in the suburban area of my city and I live on MG Road. If you live on some road, you can say like that. Or if it is in some society, you can say I live in this society. Now, if you notice here, I have used on here and in here, right? So let's see when to use on, at or in. So I live at 76 Oxford Street. Okay. So I'm not only mentioning the street, but I am saying kaun se ghar hai us street mein. Particularly I'm mentioning that. That is why it is at. You're specifically saying the area. Here you're saying I live on Oxford Street. So it could be anywhere on Oxford Street. You're just generally giving the name of the street. It is not quite particular. That is why you're saying on. The next is I live in White House, that is on Oxford Street. So you're talking with regard to in a particular building. Then you are going to use the word in. So the next question, do you live in a house or an apartment? So it depends. If you live in a house, you can say I live in a two-story house. That is, it has 2 floors. If it's an apartment, you can say I live in an apartment, or you can use the word flat that we usually use in India. So I live in a flat or an apartment and I live on the 15th floor. Or you can say I live on the 15th floor in an apartment. Okay. Okay. The next question, who do you live with? So I live with my grandparents, parents, and siblings. It depends on who you live with. Many times when people give the answer, they say, I live with my grandfather, my grandmother, my father, my brother, my mother. Okay, so that is not a way of saying it. If both your grandparents are alive, say grandparents. If your father and mother are living together, say my parents. Okay. So that is a better way of saying where you can club that and say. And my sibling. If you want to say, you can say sibling or you can say my elder brother or my younger sister or whatever it is. Or if you don't have a sibling, you're the only child, then you can say, I live with my parents. That's it. Okay. So what is a joint family, an extended family, a nuclear family? Many a times students get confused here. See, because this word you can use here when you're living with your grandparents, parents, and siblings, you can say, I live in an extended family. So, what is an extended family? What is a joint family? A joint family is one where you live with your grandparents, the children of those grandparents, that means your uncle, your aunts, their children. That means you live with your cousins, your uncle, your aunts, your parents, your siblings. Everybody live under one roof. That is called a joint family. Extended family is where just your grandparents, your parents, and you, that is the 3 generation, you live. That is called an extended family. And nuclear family is just your parents and you with your siblings. That is nuclear. So I hope this is clear and you're not going to make a mistake further. The next question is how many rooms are there in your house? So when someone asks a question, I have many a times noticed people saying, I live in a 3 BHK, I live in a 4 BHK. Try to avoid that answer. Rather than that, you can say, apart from the basic rooms such as living room, kitchen, and dining room, there are 3 bedrooms in my house. See, it is understood that every house will have a living room, kitchen, and dining room. Which is your favorite room in the house? So I've just written a sample answer. It can totally depend on which is your favorite. If your bedroom is your favorite room of the house, you can say, I have decorated my bedroom according to the way that I want. I have added posters and I have and many plants in my room, and I spend quality time there on my own, and that is why it is my favorite. Depends. So let's see another answer that I've written. The favorite room in my house is the living room, that is the hall, because this is the room where I spend quality time with my family members. And many a times we play cards, carom boards, and watch television here. Okay, so you are telling why you like this room because you spend quality time with your family members in this particular room and you also play various games. So another word I like to teach you today is a close knit family. Close knit family means every family member is very close to each other and there is a lot of love and affection among each other. So that is called a close knit family. The next is how are the walls decorated? Since my mother is an artist, we have hung beautiful paintings on the wall and they are made by her. Or you, if your mother is not an artist, you can say that we have bought many paintings and we have hung it on the wall. Please don't say hanged because hanged is a word that is usually for hanged until death. So the terrorist was hanged until death. So that is the example of hanged. And hung is for painting. The next question is what would you change about your home if given a chance? So you can say since my home was built a long time ago, I would like to refurbish it. Refurbish means renovate. So another word for renovate is refurbish. The interiors of the house by adding false ceiling, spotlights and make other changes to make my house aesthetically appealing means to make it look more beautiful. I would like to change the interiors of my home and refurbish it. If you don't want to change your home, so you can say, I wouldn't want to make any changes to my home. I like the home the way it is, as there are fond memories attached to every nook and corner of my house. So, nook and corner means every corner, every space. There are a lot of memories involved, and I don't want to change it. So there are some people, right, who are very attached to their home and even if their house is in a dilapidated state. So what is dilapidated state means it is in ruins, it is in a terrible condition, but still they do not want to make any changes to their house. Do most people live in houses in your country? So they are asking, do most people live in houses or do most people live in apartments? So you can say they used to. So most people used to live in houses, but now because of the surging property prices, surging means increasing property prices and lack of enough land because of population explosion, many people now prefer to live in apartments. The next question is would you want to continue to live in the same house even in the future? So it depends again. You can say, yes, I want to live because there are fond memories in this house, or the answer could be no. I would definitely want to construct my dream house the way I envision it. So, what I think of it, I would want to change my house that way and include all modern facilities like swimming pool, a reading room, a gymnasium, and a home theater. So that is going to be a very lavish house, a huge bungalow. Okay, so gym is actually a short form of the word gymnasium. So if you're giving a formal examination, it's preferable to use the word gymnasium. Okay, so that is the end of this video. We have learned a lot of new things today. So next time somebody asks you questions about your home, you already would know what to talk about. And I'm so proud of you that you're using your valuable time to learn something new. God bless you and take care of yourselves.